Hey guys!
Welcome back to Empty Notebook episode.
Episode
This is 4, right?
Yeah.
1 whole month, 4 episodes of the podcast. Nely, they've flown by. Flown by? Is that how you say it?
Flew by?
Freaking oh!
You missed!
That was a huge mosquito. Well, we're already starting with drama. What the heck? What happened?
You said it was a huge mosquito.
But yeah, we're also matching today. We went Black Friday shopping yesterday and we bought these matching PJs, which actually wasn't even planned because I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, I love these, and you had already gotten them, like you had them in your hand.
Yeah, I was looking for my size.
Yeah. So today we decided to match and they're so comfortable. These ones are from Hollister. Are you good, babe?
And they were low-key, well, compared to its normal prices, they weren't that expensive.
How much even were they? I don't even know.
They were like 30.
30,
but
right?
Usually they're like 50. So that's why
it was like the whole set. So yeah, because sometimes they sell them separately in each, like the top is 20, the bottom is 20.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you guys can't already tell, yesterday for Black Friday shopping, we definitely took advantage of it and we went to get all of our equipment to have better microphones and everything that is necessary for that, because when you buy these kinds of microphones, you need to buy a recorder to plug them in, and they can be expensive.
Well, I was about to say unfortunate. Fortunately, we got a good ass deal.
Thanks to yours truly.
Girl, I didn't even wake up.
Yeah, I know. We were supposed to... Okay, so on Thursday night, Nely was telling me that she wanted to go Black Friday shopping with me. And low-key, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go with her. Because when she gets cranky, like, she goes...
Guys, it's because I get hangry.
Or, like, she's sleepy and she wants to go home. So I was like, am I really trying to deal with this? We're going to leave at 4 or 5 in the morning. She's going to start feeling it, right? So then I call her as soon as we woke up, Ricardo texted her, didn't answer, and then I texted her like way later, didn't answer. I even called her right before we were gonna leave. I was like, oh, she has a little bit of chance still, like we can still go pick her up, like let me call her. And she didn't answer her phone, so we just left. And then like an hour later, 2 hours later,
like an hour later,
she texted me saying, bro, like I fell asleep or something like that, or I didn't wake up. And I was like, you fumbled the bag. Like we found a PS5, I found the recorder.
But I'm acting like I was actually gonna buy a PS5. Girl.
I know, but it was actually I think the whole experience of Black Friday, Best Buy was the most fun we had.
Really?
Oh, baby, did you like it the most?
Freaking rats.
And also there wasn't that many people.
Really?
When you got there, it was already kind of getting packed at the mall, but at Best Buy. It was it was really empty. Best Buy was empty. Yeah.
I remember when people would like start killing each other over TVs.
That's what I said on my vlog. Go watch my vlog, by the way. My Black Friday vlog.
Self-plug or whatever.
When are you going to post yours?
Mine? I'm going to post mine tomorrow. Okay. Like 2 p.m. I think. It's my Thanksgiving and Black Friday vlog.
You're going to combine them?
Yeah. I posted 2 videos this week, guys. Can you believe this? That's the most.
Barely. You didn't go to school all week, though. I thought you would have posted.
Yeah, but I have hella videos for Christmas.
Oh, okay. That's good, then. You're going to do Vlogmas, right? 12 days of Vlogmas?
Maybe. We'll see.
You have to, Nely. You have to take advantage.
We'll see.
Anyways, I hope you guys like the quality of our voices this time around. We have been hearing you guys in the comments how you guys think that Nely is really, really low. So part of that was because Nely doesn't talk loud. I talk with my hands and I talk loud. Nely,
I'm a really loud talker. I just don't like to talk loud here. Like whenever, that's why my dad, whenever we sit with him, me, Natalie, Edith, you were usually not a really loud talker. That's why I was like, I sucked up my hair with my nose. But usually when we're at the table, that's why my dad wears earplugs, because we're always screaming so loud.
Well, I think on a scale, I think it's Natalie number 1, me number 2, and you number 3.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I can be loud a lot sometimes.
I think you can be loud, but I think that when we're at a table talking, on a scale, it's Natalie for sure number 1. And then you and I are like 2, 3, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually just us, and my dad loses it.
Yeah, my dad always needs to be wearing earplugs because we're way too freaking loud. And when we talk to each other, we scream. I don't know why I hear you, like, literally, you're really faking it. You're like, yeah, like this.
The fuck?
Like, you're being really, like, right now she's spacing out and she doesn't care about the podcast.
No, oh my gosh.
She wants to quit.
I'm looking at the camera.
Don't look at yourself. This is why we don't have the viewfinder up there.
Oh, why?
Because then we would be looking
at each other. But then I focus at myself.
Exactly. We would be looking at each other. I mean, at ourselves.
But anyways, I guess or whatever.
Anyways.
But listen. Let me tell you about what happened on Thursday or Friday. Okay, so Thursday night, Ricardo was like, "We're leaving at 4 a.m. I thought y'all were being serious about that, right? So I put it.
I told you I was gonna wake up at 4.
Yeah, but then you said that later, and I didn't really pay attention, to be honest with you. Okay. But I put an alarm at 3, at 4, and at 5, right?
Bruh.
The one at 3 woke me up, and I was like, 5 more minutes, and then I fell asleep. And then the one at 4 woke up, and I was like, literally 5 minutes only, and I didn't wake up again.
Bruh. Well, she fumbled, and then my mom had to take her to the mall later on, probably like around. She got there like at 7 a.m., huh? Something like that, but it was already like old news. We had been shopping for. It's
because I took like an hour already to get ready.
Yeah, you took a long time to get ready. I actually really like your lashes. I've been loving your lashes.
Thank you.
You look really good at them.
I just don't like how this one is like. They're like they look different, but they're from the same packaging. Like,
dude, that always happens, and it's one of the reasons why I love wearing eyelash extensions, because I don't have to go through those struggles anymore.
Okay, Miss Rich.
Well, you should get your eyelashes done as well. I think you can.
I think with my luck, I'll be allergic to the lash glue thingy.
Dude, hopefully not, because eyelash extensions have saved my life. Chantal at Chantal's.beauty on Instagram. Go check her out. She's the freaking best. I've been going to her for 2 years already.
2 years?
Yeah, this December is gonna be 2 years since I've been doing my lashes with her.
You should do a little like anniversary basket.
Oh my gosh, I should. Thanks, Nely.
2 years with my lash tech.
Oh yes.
I'm going soon.
I'm going on Tuesday. Cause I missed my lash appointment this week. Did I tell you? Mm-hmm. Well, I was supposed to get my lashes done on last Tuesday, but I planned a hiking trip with my mom and then Erica, Adan, Ricardo. We all went, right? And so it took us a very, very long time to do the whole like loop because it's 5 miles, and I wasn't able to make it to my lash appointment, so I had to wait 1 extra week. So I'm going till Tuesday, but I'm super excited to see Chantal.
I know, Chantel's so nice.
She's so nice. She's like become part of our family.
Yeah, we always invite her to like, well, not always, family but like functions. Most things we invite her to our family.
Like functions. When we did tamales, she came.
Yeah, she came, and then Erika and Adan also are like part of our family.
I think Chantal and Erica and Adan are people that live in the state of California. Because I have other friends, like for example, Gabby. Like I became really close to Gabby like super super fast, but she doesn't live in California, so it's hard to like invite her to these kinds of things, you know, like, oh, like vénganse a la carnita asada type thing, you know, because she doesn't live here. But Chantal and Erica and Adan have been people that have become really close to super fast, and they literally feel like family now. Like I feel like if we don't invite them, it's like, oh, our family's not here, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Because what happened?
I've burped like 3 times. Sorry, I had to let it out.
This is why you can't. You're gonna be banned from drinking smoothies before the podcast.
Girl, I don't know why this one's giving me so much.
And then also remember the first podcast where we were like, Nely chugs her shit.
No.
Yet again, she did it again. She does not disappoint.
We're 8 minutes in, and she's finished.
No, but I got her before the podcast.
Yeah, barely though.
Like 5 minutes before. So it took me a total of like 13 minutes.
Girl, I would still have like this much. I mean, drink this much.
Okay, sorry. We should have gotten a Starbucks. This week, guys, has been so hard. Like, we were literally... Monday, I went to the mall with my friends right after soccer. So, it was... Okay, in the morning, I had to edit. Then I had to go to soccer. And then I went to the mall. I came home. We went to Costco. We went back to the mall. And I finally got home. And I went... Guys, I was so tired. That's how my freaking 3 days went. My Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then my only day off was Wednesday, I guess. Because Wednesday I got home and I didn't have to do anything because my mom was working. And the house was clean. So I just got home and oh, you know how good that felt, Edith? How was your week been?
It's been great. I had 2 days off of the gym. And it feels really like shitty.
2 days off?
Well, because it didn't go for Thanksgiving. Right, Thursday, and then I didn't go yesterday for Black Friday.
Because you were with Ricardo's family.
Yeah, Thursday I was like I could not go. Yesterday I guess I could have gone, but I had like 4 hours of sleep, so I chose the nap over going to the gym. So that's why I have to go today after the podcast, and then I have to go tomorrow because it feels super shitty, like going from working out 5 days of the week, or even four is fine, to going to 3. It's like, dude, all your progress, you know? Yeah. It's like a mental thing where it's like you feel so shitty about not doing as good as you did the week before. So yeah, we're gonna have to go to the gym right after this. And then other than that, I was pretty productive. I edited like a couple of videos. I only posted one because I want to post the other ones for December because I'm gonna be super super tied up with Vlogmas for Edith and Ricardo. And Thanksgiving was really fun. I split it between Ricardo's family and my family, and it was really really short because my parents fall asleep super early, so we literally came home.
I feel like this is a Thanksgiving they have fallen asleep the earliest.
Yeah, we literally left at 8 p.m. Ricardo and I left at 8 p.m. and then we fell asleep like shortly after, probably like around 10 p.m. or 11.
I was playing Fortnite all night.
We said we were gonna fall asleep like at 8 as soon as we got home, but it took us a couple of hours. So it was like latest 11 we fell asleep, and
latest 11, and you guys woke up at 4. Oh,
and then we woke up at 4.
No.
Well, 4:30 because my alarm rang at 4, and I was like, I cannot wake up. So I snoozed it, woke up till 4, like 30ish, something like that, and then we went to Black Friday shopping. I got a lot of things, and I got a new computer.
Oh my God! Let me tell y'all.
Excuse me.
Ew. I was talking to my live about this, okay? So I got this little photo printer. I figured out how to use it. Did I show you
wait,
guys?
is it the Sprocket?
No, it's the Instax.
Oh, okay.
It's like not Polaroid, but it's like a brand.
I know what it is, yeah.
Okay, that I got it. And you basically Bluetooth it to your phone and you can print out pictures. And the pictures come out so cute.
Wait, so do you have to buy film for it?
Yeah. But it comes with 10 film. I bought 20 film.
How much are they?
Each film is
$1?
Yeah, I guess, because I paid 10 for 10 film.
Yeah, $10.
So yeah, like $10 for like $1 for each film. But they're so cute.
That's kind of expensive, don't you think?
Yeah, but it's like I'm not gonna be using it like super. Like I'm not gonna be. It's not like I'm gonna be printing.
Because if I was me, I would buy that to like print every single one of my pictures out.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but like then I seen the price of the print and I was like, whoa, slow your roll. Wait, what is it? Is that
Slow your roll?
not slow your roll? It's something like that. Slow your roll, sushi roll.
Oh,
I was laughing so hard, bro. But I was so happy because it printed out so pretty and it was actually really easy.
I want to see it.
You want to see it?
Yeah.
Well, it's at my casa. So next podcast.
Well, those were our big purchases for Black Friday. And last week we really wanted to talk about girl stuff, and we were like, okay, next time and stuff. And we've been procrastinating talking about this since podcast number 1. So it's only fair this time we actually deep dive into it, because I think I don't know if I left it in the last one because I might have cut it out, but you were saying how you don't feel comfortable talking about your period. Okay. And I was like, why? And they were like, oh, wait, let's just like hold it for the next one. So let me ask you again, Miss Nely. Because you actually did catch me off guard. I was like, wait, what? Like, I feel like I'm super open about, like, I don't care about talking about my period in front of anybody, even like men, to be honest. Like, I just don't really care.
Really? I get too insecure about it because I feel
why?
like, I don't know. I just feel like people are gonna judge me for it. I know it's like
for being on your period.
Yeah, it's like a thing everyone has, but like I get nervous about it, to be honest with you. Like if everyone's talking about like their periods, I'll talk about it, but it won't come out of me to talk about it.
Well, like it's not like I'll initiate saying like starting to talk about my period normally either, but if the topic comes about, like for example, let me give you this example. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when I thought I was pregnant, the Adan and Erica were at my house, and I don't know exactly how it happened, but basically I was like, oh, I got my period, and Adan was there. So I didn't mind to say it in front of him. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that because I get too scared.
You're scared?
Like not scared, like embarrassed kind of. Or also when we're talking about cramps, I get scared to say like anything like, oh yeah, my cramps are really bad, because like, oh, you're a pussy, like you can't take cramps. But bro, sometimes they get bad, but sometimes like recently I haven't had bad cramps, thankfully. Knock on wood. But yeah, I don't know, it's just embarrassing for me to.
I don't think you should be embarrassed because, oh shit, hopefully did that sound really loud?
I felt like you sucked me in the head.
Sorry about that. That's another thing that because our setup was like wired the way it was wired. I don't even know how it happened, but you could hear me on one side and you on the other side, and I think that's not gonna happen anymore. Hopefully, yeah.
But originally it sounded fine because it sounded like the top speaker was me and I'm at the top, and then the bottom speaker was Edith, so it sounded perfect. Like it would sound out of what side, but then they got switched, so it would sound like Edith was talking on my side and I was talking on Edith's side. I have something in my eyeball.
Bruh.
Continue.
Yeah, well, basically, hopefully that's fixed and we don't have like the two audios coming out the two places. But yeah, I don't think you should be embarrassed about talking about your period because, well, it's obviously something natural. Are you good? Do we need to cut? Do we need to cut?
No, we're good. We're good.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Something's always happening with your eyes.
Girl.
Remember Thanksgiving, something was happening too?
No, that was because I got freaking jalapeno juice in my eyeball.
So what'd you get in your eyeball this time?
An eyelash.
An eyelash.
Hold on. Commercial break. We're good, guys. Back in business.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never really, and honestly, even growing up, I don't feel like, because I was gonna say maybe it's because you're kind of younger than me, but even when I was your age, I don't think I was ever really embarrassed to talk about it. Maybe that's just kind of the way I've grown up. Even I remember before I got my period, I would always watch like period videos. For some reason, I was always like, I've always been the type of person that loves researching everything. Like before I got my period, what?
That's true.
I do research on everything. Like before I got my period, I knew everything about periods. Like everything about when it comes to like how you're gonna feel, how it's gonna be, like pads, tampons, like all of this stuff. And like for example, like pregnancy, like I since like so young, like I knew so many like random cool facts about pregnancy or about like things you could use when you're being pregnant.
Oh my gosh, can I
like
interrupt you real quick?
What?
I just learned recently, or you told me about it. I just recently learned where your umbilical cord goes.
No, Nelly didn't know that when you have a baby.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that when the baby is born, the umbilical cord has to be cut off, and then that stubby part stays on the baby for a while.
Did you know that, Ricardo? You did?
And then it falls up.
Ew!
Yeah, because then she was like, where does it go? And I was like, it falls off. That's why babies can't be really washed for the first couple of days of their life, because that needs to like dry up.
How
and
the
then it'll
fuck
fall
did
off.
y'all notice and I didn't?
Well, first of all, because I saw you and Edward.
Oh, yeah.
That. But then also, it comes back to me like doing research for everything. Like I would have known that even if it wouldn't have been for you guys.
Ew. That's disgusting.
But I've always researched things like that in my life. So that's what I'm saying though. Like everything, I'm just like, I feel like maybe it's confidence about knowing what I'm talking about, because that's another thing too. Like I feel intimidated when I talk to somebody about something I'm not knowledgeable about. So I think for my ego or just like my personality, it's like I need to know all of these things so that when I'm talking to somebody, you know, like
I don't know it all.
Well, I guess it's just in my personality. I've always liked learning new things, and that's why in school, I guess you always freaking call me a nerd. That's why I love learning new things and stuff like that, because that's in my DNA.
You girl.
It's in my DNA. I like learning new things, but I hated like school with like homework and tests and like that. That ruined it for me. But if there was school, which by the way, Eric and I were talking about this. After I have I don't know, actually, I'm still thinking about doing my 3-month session with my personal trainer, but afterwards, I don't know if I'm going to extend it maybe 1 month or maybe 2 months. Okay, we have to take another break because Nely can't stop touching her eye.
Sorry, it's because of freaking eyelash. Continue.
But now that I'm out of school, I really like crave learning things sometimes. Like you would never understand because you're a mad hater. You're a mad hater, first of all. But personal training for me has been like a class. For me, like I think about it like going to school, going to learn new things. Every single time I go with my trainer, I learn something new. I really do. And so then Eric and I were talking about it, and we're like, when I'm done with my classes, I would love to do Pilates. That's another class. Like you learn new things. Have you seen Pilates? Do you even know where Pilates is?
I don't know. I heard it.
Have you been living under a rock, woman?
Isn't it?
Who lives under a rock?
Patrick.
Are you Patrick?
But I thought Pilates was like when you like Zumba classes. That's what I thought was.
You don't dance.
That's not what Pilates.
Can you please not slurp like that again?
What are Pilates?
Pilates, it's a class kind of like yoga in a way. Not really though. It's like this. It's called a reformer. So it's a device.
A reformer.
It's called a reformer, but it's a device that everyone has to be on top of.
Oh my god! Is it the bikes?
No, it's like a box type thing, and it has a little pad you can put your knees on, and then it's like resistance, so it goes back and forth, and there's like different attachments you can add to it, and it's basically yoga, dude.
What?
You need to see it to understand it, but it's been super popular, and I think the classes are like super expensive too. It's like Pilates girl, you know, like it's expensive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it after I did my personal trainer classes, because I was like, I need to learn how to do it as well. And it's also really, really hard, I've heard.
It is?
Like I've heard that guys go into it and thinking that they're gonna be like super good at it, because you know, like guys like macho mans, they go and then they want to they lift weights and shit, and they'll go into Pilates like this is light work. and it's hard.
Because I'm guessing it's more cardio than actual. Like...
It's like resistance. I don't know how to look. It's that right there.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
But who the fuck does that willingly?
A lot of people pay a lot of money for this. That's the reformer right there.
Why the fuck? Why? Do
I
that
wanna...
shit on at home. On
no, because it's resistance. It has like weight.
Why?
Point is that we're gonna be Pilates princess queens after I do my personal
I
training.
killed it.
Yes.
Get off me.
Ew, it was so big.
Anyways.
Yeah, and then after Pilates, I want to do something else. So I'm like, now as I'm older, I'm like, I want to be learning new
I'll
things.
trade spots with you. You can go back to high school.
I don't want the homework or I don't want the tests. That's the thing. That's why I'm so happy.
It's fun learning, but it's not fun taking tests. And
what have I been saying this whole time?
Like reading is fun.
Nelly, I just don't understand you.
It's because I like calling you a nerd, but sometimes I agree.
You just are like yesterday when we went Black Friday shopping, I was shaking my ass in Victoria's Secret, and she was looking at me, and I was like, "Did that shake though?" And she's like, "No." I was like, "Like you should have been like, yes, queen, like fuck it up."
But then Erika said it too, and we were like, "We're just kidding."
That's like chinga quedito. That's chinga quedito. Like I have her right next to me.
Oops. Who said that? Not me.
Anyway, Nelly,
Anyways.
do you have anything else to say about your period? Because I feel like when it comes to talking about these things, a lot of the times you're a little bit vague.
Because I get uncomfortable.
So you don't want to talk about it at all?
Like, okay, like I want to talk about it because when I have kids and if I have girls, I hope I have girls. I want to be able to like talk to them about this, but it's just like I'm like a guy. Like, you know how guys never know how to talk about periods and stuff? That's how I feel like.
But
I'm like,
is it because you don't feel knowledgeable?
yeah, I feel like I don't feel knowledgeable enough.
So maybe you should take some classes.
Girl.
It all comes full circle, no lie. You need to become more knowledgeable. You want me to teach you some things about periods?
Sure. Teach me some fun facts.
Fun fact number 1.
Oh my God.
Well, first of all, do you know what TSS is?
No.
This is also coming from the top of my head. Like,
wait, hold on. Let me tell you a fun fact I learned today. Do you know your left ring finger? Why do you think you put your marriage?
Because you have basically like a vein that goes to your heart.
Oh, you fucking rat. Okay, continue with your TSS.
Are you? The mosquito bit
So
you?
many fucking times.
It's one, but I think he scratched it.
Oh,
good thing Nelly killed it.
Got his ass. All right, go. What was
okay? So first of all, like this thing is just coming out of the top of my head. So if I say something incorrectly, let me know in the comments down below. But TSS is toxic shock syndrome, and you get it from this pop quiz. What do you get TSS from?
Can you give me option A, B, C, D?
Okay, A, you get it from pads.
I've heard it before. I think it's
B, you get it from tampons, or C, you get it from menstrual cups.
It's fuck. Menstrual cups. Yeah, I think it's either menstrual cups or tampons. Definitely not pads.
Okay. So narrow in into one.
Tampons.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can get it from menstrual cups. I don't think you can. It's only from tampons.
Because I've heard of the
tampon.
I've heard toxic that syndrome. I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, it's from.
I don't know what it actually does.
It's kind of like an infection, I think, dude. But it can be so bad.
Why? Because you don't take out your tampon.
Yes, it comes from that mostly, but I'm pretty sure you can get it even if you like be changing your your tampon. It's super scary. When I first heard of that, I was like,
why? What happened?
You just get really sick, I think.
You get sick? Oh.
Yeah, and I think you can die like if it gets really bad. Yeah.
Why? What happened?
I don't have much of the details, but yeah. TSS, it's a thing. Tampons.
That's our title. TSS, it's a thing.
Be like, TSS, what is it? Yeah. What's another thing about periods that
I don't
fact?
Me? I don't know.
Let me give you this, because this is not periods, but this is like girl talk, I guess. How many days out of the month can you get pregnant?
Oh, okay, I got this. I don't know if it's like 1 or 2 days before or after your period. It's ovulation, no? And you can take like those little tests.
So it's not after your period necessarily.
It's before?
It's when you ovulate.
When the fuck do you ovulate?
Well, that's the thing.
It's different for everyone?
It's different for every cycle. Every woman has a different cycle. So it's not like you got your period today and then 5 days from now you ovulate. It's not like that. It's like some people ovulate 5 days
You can
after.
get pregnant on your period.
If you ovulate
During your period? You can ovulate during
Well,
your
not during.
period?
Okay, so for example, you have sex on day 5 of your period, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you ovulate 3 days later, right?
Uh-huh.
The sperm in your body is still alive. So then it'll implant. You know what I mean? Why are you confused?
I'm not confused. I'm in shock. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because that's the thing. You can technically only get pregnant one day out of the month. That's the day you ovulate. But sperm can live in your body for a couple of days. I think it's like 3 days, up to 3 days.
You have to time your shit perfectly then.
So if you had sex 3 days before and you ovulate like after, like 3 days after, the sperm that was put in you 3 days ago can still implant an egg.
You implant? You mean impregnate?
Like go into the egg implant.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How do you know this? You would know this.
Research. I'm telling you, Nelly, there's all of these things.
Girl. No. I'd rather not. I feel like I'll get too lazy. Like I get curious, but I search it up on TikTok. I search it up one. If there's no video, then I don't care about it.
Bruh.
Because Google is always scaring you. Like, you can search anything up on Google, and they'll tell you have cancer for anything.
Well, for me, I've always kind of researched my things on YouTube because I grew up with YouTube. TikTok didn't turn into a thing until probably like 2 years ago. So for me growing up, everything like the period videos, I would watch them on YouTube, like everything YouTube. And then now that TikTok's the thing, I've learned a lot of things on TikTok as well, but I feel like it's like a random like thing that sparks in my head, like, oh, talking about, I don't know, the planet or whatever, and then I'll go to YouTube.
Going back to what we were talking about the periods, and you know how I told you I was like scared of not knowing what to tell my kids when they grow up. I saw this girl on TikTok basically talking about how before she actually got her period, she didn't know periods were even a thing. Like she thought like she had a baby and like it died or something, right? I feel like a lot of people like do that. Like even if they don't have like older siblings like that are girls, they won't know that unless the mom actually talks to them about it. Like I already knew because like with my mom, like it wasn't like a secret or anything, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, how are you a girl and you don't know that? But like at the same time, she was like 10. Don't they talk to you about that already?
I would understand, like for example, girls that grow up with their dads, maybe their dads don't talk to them about that stuff. I really genuinely don't know how a girl that grew up in a household with women, a grandma, a mom, an aunt or whatever, wouldn't explain it to them. Because what is a reason? You know what I mean? My mom growing up, she was really open. Like with me, I was the first like daughter, so with me she was super open about that. Like she would always talk about periods with me, with my aunts, stuff like that. Like it was not a taboo thing.
Yeah, it wasn't like a secret or anything.
It wasn't.
No.
It was never a taboo thing in my family, and I'm kind of glad about that. And that's the reason why I feel like also I feel open to talk about it. I don't feel embarrassed about it. I've always felt like it's been a normal thing, but I do really appreciate like those videos online that talk about periods and stuff like that, because there is girls that surprisingly get their period and have no idea what's going on with their body, why they're bleeding, and then they think they're having a miscarriage or whatever. Like, how do you know about being pregnant but not having periods? That's my question.
I don't. Girl.
And also, don't they have period talks in
That's what I said.
in elementary
like
school?
I had a health class. I missed like half the classes because
it's
I
like
had
sex ed,
field
right?
trips. Yeah.
I had it in 6th grade, then I had it.
I didn't have it in middle school.
I did.
You did?
I had it in elementary school, middle school, and high school. But then high school was more about sex.
Really?
Yeah.
In high school? What year?
I don't remember.
I haven't.
What year was it, baby? Sophomore year? Maybe it was sophomore year.
Cause there's hella kids with babies at school, and I'm like, oh hell no.
And I remember in high school, I thought they were gonna give us out condoms because I remember, other people had talked about it, like older people, but I don't think they give them out anymore. They didn't give them out, right, baby? They just talked to us about like it's not even about sex; it's about STDs. That's what they talk about. And then they'd be like, okay, to prevent STDs, use condoms.
What?
Yeah, but you'll get it.
But they talked about that in elementary school too.
STDs?
Yeah.
I think maybe not as in depth. And for me, at least for me, my sex ed in elementary school was mostly about periods. And in elementary school, they actually give us a little period pack, and it had a.
Oh yeah, they gave us one of those.
It had like a a panty liner, and I don't even know. I think of pamphlet or something. So it was like a little period pack. And I remember I was like I'm telling you, I've always been super excited about like those little things. But middle school, that one was in my biology class. Bless you, baby. It was in my biology. Bless you, baby. It was in my biology class, and that one, it was. Oh, did you ever watch the birth video?
What?
Girl, you didn't.
I didn't have 7th grade year.
That's why, Nelly, you were a COVID girly.
Sorry.
Yes. Okay, so normally when you're in 7th grade, like at school, middle school, the whole year you have your biology class or whatever, and towards the end you start learning about the reproductive system. So you start learning about like the male genitalia, the woman genitalia, and like how babies are created. And then when because you learn about this like literally the last months of middle school, 7th grade. And then, like, literally, like, the last week or so of 7th grade, you have to see... Well, first, I remember my teacher put a condom in a banana. Like, she showed us how to put the condom in the banana. And she passed around the fucking banana. And then we watched a girl giving birth. Yeah.
Like a girl?
Yeah, and you saw everything.
Did you watched it too?
You didn't watch it, baby? Did they show it to you?
Girls had girls and the guys had the different video.
Oh, no. For me, it was the whole class, baby.
Oh, we just saw penis.
No, for us, they didn't show that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wait,
what?
they showed you guys
It's like a figure, not an actual...
a figure, yeah. Figure. Well, we saw figures as well because they were in the science book. They literally were in the science book. They were part of the curriculum. But, like, when we saw the birth video, bro, she was spread eagle. And then that shit was coming out. Everyone was like... And that's when a lot of people started becoming, like, traumatized.
What the...
They were like, what the fuck?
You know why I think I didn't watch it? Because I guess there was a permission slip that if you don't want to see it, you sign it.
And you signed it.
I guess I signed it by thinking, like, oh, that I approve my kid watching this. And it wasn't that. It was like, I want my kid not to see this. And they took me out of the class.
Okay. Well, then you got people like Ricardo. Some people actually do get pulled out, which is another... Like, why would you not let your, like, daughter or son... involved in these things? So what is reason? I
know. I would want my kid to know because like I'd rather them know what's gonna happen to them than them not know.
But also yet again for me, when I watched that birth video, girly, I have seen so many other birth videos. Like for me it was not
What do you mean?
Because I've always been interested in that stuff. Like everything.
Ew.
Huh?
Ew.
Especially because I've always followed YouTubers that like show their birth videos. That's how I saw them.
YouTubers can show that on YouTube?
Yeah.
Not them giving birth.
Oh, like one girl I saw. Shannon Rose, she posted her raw birth video. Uh-huh. And how she ripped and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Did it get taken down?
No. I don't know if it's still up there.
How long ago was this?
Years ago.
Oh, that's why. YouTube has done so much things.
No, but she said she was going to post it for like educational purposes. Point is that I had already seen like a lot of videos. I hadn't seen exactly like the baby coming out, but I had seen like the girl crying and all this stuff. And then when you watch that, dude, YouTube recommends you the real thing. So I had seen it a couple of times already. So for me, it was not something that like triggering, but for a lot of other girls and guys in the class, they were like, like what the heck? And then other girls were like, I'm never gonna have a baby. You know, that's when it started. That's when the girls were like, I'm never having babies. What yeah. Have you ever seen
No.
You've never seen a birth video, Nelly? Never. For real? It's times like these when I feel like I really do a lot of digging.
I think you do a little too much digging.
Why? I don't think that's bad. Well, first of all, I got it shown in my class.
I didn't get it shown in my class.
Because you weren't in school for 7th grade. You were a COVID baby. So you will get...
And they told us, they were like, you don't want to dress a certain way so that boys don't feel a certain way. And we're like...
They said that?
I remember them saying that when we were in high school.
Yeah, but you would think they wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I would think... You would think that they've, like, changed their ways of saying shit like that.
No, they still said it. And I was like...
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, they have no...
Well, if you do end up getting the sex ed talk, you probably won't get it.
Hopefully.
Because you are in a sport and they do it during PE.
Okay, good.
They do it in the gym for PE.
I thought you said biology.
Oh, you didn't get it. See? That's what I'm talking about. 2 times, man's like opted out of the sex ed talk.
Damn.
And then you have kids like Ricardo.
I know more than Nely does.
Have you ever seen a birth
Fuck
video?
you.
Yes, you showed me.
Oh, but I showed you.
Ew.
When was your first time ever seeing a birth video?
Don't have you showed me.
Me? Yeah. I showed you for the first time? I popped you cherry. I popped you cherry.
My dad don't show me.
Well, no, or yourself, like a curious little boy.
We need to give Ricardo a mic, bro. We need to sense in. Come on. I'm looking.
I've always been a curious kid, to say the least. But
a little too curious, girl.
No, it's not too curious, Nelly. You need to understand that being this way is normal.
It's not normal.
Yes, it is.
Girl.
You know what's funny though? I never engaged in watching adult sites online until I was older, actually. That was the one thing that I never engaged in. I was scared.
Scared? But you watched a birthing video?
No, I was not scared of watching it.
Oh.
First of all, I was never intrigued. Young me, I was never intrigued. But when I was kind of
video?
Yes. I don't know why. I wanted to see how it was. Ever since I was little.
What if when you have kids, you know those people that are obsessed with being pregnant? Like they'll get pregnant and pregnant and pregnant.
But I feel like you're making it seem like I was obsessed with watching these things. Like I wasn't obsessed. Like when I say like I had already watched a whole bunch of videos, I meant like I watched like 2 or.
Oh, okay.
Like I wasn't going around watching these. Like no, but. In my eyes, compared to everybody else in the class, I was experienced because I had already seen it. You know what I mean? And I had definitely seen a couple of the birth videos of YouTubers where they don't show anything, but they show like their labor and delivery, I guess. Yeah.
Oh hell no! I've never seen none of that. Like maybe it's because I don't really watch YouTube like that. Like not like family channels. I watch more like.
I've always watched them.
Really?
Yeah. The last thing I did want to tell you was. I don't think I've ever told you this, but when I got my... Well, do you want to say your first period story or no? Are you comfortable saying it?
Say it? Yeah. I don't care.
Okay, go ahead.
It wasn't that bad.
Go ahead then and tell us your first period story, and then I'll tell mine, and then I'll tell you how that happened.
Okay, my first period story wasn't bad. I got actually really lucky because it was at the end of the day.
In school?
Yeah, it was in school. I needed to go use the restroom, right? Like, no, we were already out. Like, I was waiting for you to come pick me up at a school. It was in 6th grade, approximately like February-ish. I remember the month. I don't know when.
I remember the date and the month.
What the fuck? I remember the month. It was in February. Wait. No, January. It was in January. And I was going to the restroom because I had to use the restroom. And it was like, I'm almost there. And then I was in the restroom. And I freaking pulled my pants out. And it was red. And I was like, Edith.
Wait, okay. When you had your first period?
No, but let me tell you. In the morning, that day, I was having like bad stomach pains, right? And my mom was like, take a pad. You're probably going to get your period. And I didn't listen to my mother.
See,
this is why you listen to your mama.
Yep. And okay, so the first time you pulled your pants down, was it like blood?
Yeah, it was blood.
And it was like a lot, or was it a little bit?
It was a lot. No, it was like a medium amount.
Okay.
It was
and
like.
And then what happened?
And then I called Edith. I was like, Edith, can you hurry up, please? I got my period. And then I like got.
Did you call me or did you text me?
I called you.
Okay.
Cause girl, I was like scared. I was like gonna tell her. I was like, hurry the fuck up. And then I called her. I was like, can you hurry up, please? And then she was like, okay. And then I put some toilet paper. And then I like did the walk of shame.
I did tell you to put toilet paper. I was like, put toilet paper. You should be fine.
Yeah. And then I did the walk of shame. And Edith was already there by the time I got out. Mm-hmm. And then there was it was the mall, right? That was close by. Mm-hmm. We went to a mall close by. And then we went to use the restroom. And she gave me a pad. And then we put it on. And then this was the reason we didn't go straight home was because we had to go pick up my sister Nat. That got out like 30 minutes later. So we had to wait in the car for 30 minutes. And I was just like, in the car.
And did you get a little cramps for your first period?
No, honestly, I didn't start getting bad cramps until recently. Like, I got, out of all my periods, I probably like have been one period that I got bad cramps.
How many days did your first period last?
Girl, I my periods don't last long. The max was probably like, for my first period was like 4 days.
Your first period was 4 days?
Yeah, and then the max for all my periods are like 5. 6 days.
Well, that's kind of normal. Yeah. That's average, I think. Because, so for my, is that it?
Girl, you're not average. You have
No. I'll talk about it right now. But, like, is that it for your first period? Wasn't there anything, like, super significant like that?
No, just that my mom told me to get a pad and I didn't take a bath. But, no, like.
Did you bleed a lot, like, for the rest of the period?
No, it was, like, the average amount. I wouldn't be, like, I was, like, dying, no. The period story that I was really embarrassed about was recently in high school. I was in my 6th period class because I didn't have, my 7th period class because I didn't have soccer yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt it went, I was like,
Like you peed yourself, huh?
yeah, I was like, I looked down and you could see on my pants. And I was like, and then I would just close my legs, and then I'd like sprinted like with my legs like this, like walked sprinted to the car, and I was like, "Mom, hurry up!"
Oh, good thing it happened like at the end.
Yeah, it was like I was like,
I
"Thank
have a
the
similar
Lord."
story that happened to me like that.
Really?
So I have 2 period stories that were like bad.
Uh-huh.
And one of them was in elementary school. The second one was in middle school. Growing up, my period was really, really heavy. Super heavy. Like the first 4 years of my period, it was so freaking heavy. And as I grew up, I started losing my period. And that's when the whole ass fucking shit started happening with my period. How now it's so whack. It's so irregular. It's never been super regular. But now it's become very irregular, and hopefully we can restore it back. This was the first
I
month.
thought you were taking the pills.
I stopped taking Ovasitol since I started working out. So we will see how that happens. But so far I still feel really energized because I've been going to the gym. Anyway, my first period story. I got it in 6th grade.
Twinna.
I got it also in 6th grade. Usually they say that you get it like around the time your mom gets it. And I think my mom says she got it when she was like 12. So I was 11. And it was like we had just started 6th grade. It was September, and I already knew about my period. I was already prepared. Obviously, I had my period kit in my backpack, the one I had gotten from sex ed, and I was just waiting for it. I just wanted to be a woman already,
Girl.
And I went to the restroom during lunchtime, and when I wiped, there was a little bit of blood. But you know when you sometimes start your period and it's like pink, it's not really red, it's pink. Well, it was like that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I think I got my period. You know what I mean? And then
No, I didn't want my period.
And then I ended up getting a little bit. I put up a panty liner on. That's what I had put on. And then the panty liner had like a little bit of blood later, whatever. I had put in a pad. My first period was not bad. I didn't actually get blood, other than like me wiping and having like a little bit of red or pink or whatever. I didn't really have a period at all. It was not until my second period, and that's my worst period story because I was having. Dude, I was gushing blood the whole period. And one of the times I was sitting down in my class, and you know that thing you say right now, like the
Yeah.
I felt that, but it was bad. And I already knew as soon as I felt that shit had gone through. And
It's because sometimes you just know. You're like, fuck.
and it felt like a lot, right? So then I touched myself like that, dude. I go like that. My hand is full of blood. It was the middle of the class too, and I was like, and my friend was sitting next to me, and I like showed her the chairs. Dude, the chair was like full. You know how they're blue? Or for me, the chairs were blue. And so you could see like the blood, but not really. It wasn't like red because the blue didn't make the red pop up, but you could see it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I told my friend to go bring me a couple of tissues, and I wiped on the chair, but then I just ran out of class. I didn't even tell my teacher anything. I just ran out. And you know, in elementary school, they tell you like you have to raise your hand, ask for permission. But I literally just ran out. And I told my friend to bring me a pad. And so then I was like in the toilet like that, and I guess they asked for permission to the teacher to go, and 2 of them went, and then they brought me a pad, and then I changed and everything, but I had to call the office because my pants were full of blood. Like the back, they were full of blood. I couldn't go back. So I was like in the office waiting for my mom to bring me a new pair of pants. And yeah, it was a whole ordeal. But in elementary school, that time I was embarrassed because first of all, not everybody has their period in elementary school. No, not all the girls get their period. And second of all, the boys are obviously so immature. And it was my second period only. So I was so fucking like embarrassed. And I don't think it ever happened again in elementary school, but in middle school, the same fucking shit happened in my music class. I was sitting in those stupid chairs. I felt the gush, and I was like, oh God, here we go. Those chairs weren't blue. They were like a different shade of blue or whatever the heck the color was. I remember standing up, and the freaking chair was full of blood, and there was no tissues in the class. It was music class, motherfuckers. had not restocked the tissues. So at the end of class, what we did, because my music class had like standalone chairs, there was no desks, nothing. It was just you set up the chairs into like a little U. You know how like the band set up a little U, and then behind that a little U like that. And since I was 7th period music, at the end of class we would put away our instruments, and then we would stack up all the chairs on a corner. And so my shit was full of blood, so I stacked I didn't even tell anybody at this point. I had a sweater, thankfully, so I put a sweater on my waist, and then I stacked the chair under, like I got under the chair, put mine under, and then stacked the other one on top. And that fucking chair, it haunted me for the rest of the year, bro, because that stain did not come off. And a couple of times I went up, because like the first period class would set up the chairs, and I would go, and then me tocaba that it was my fucking period chair. There was a big old red spot on it.
Why? Because it was like those cloth
nobody
chairs?
wiped it down. Huh?
Ew.
Nobody wiped it down. Yeah. I didn't wipe it down.
Why didn't you ever wipe it down?
Because it was like it was like stuck to there at that point. Yeah. I don't know if you would have put like disinfectant spray or something if it would have came off. I really don't know. I never tried, clearly. But yeah. With just a tissue, it wouldn't have came off, no. Hella motherfuckers were sitting and rubbing on that chair, and the blood was there all fucking year long. Yeah, so...
What the fuck? If you had a sweater with you, why didn't you wipe it off with the sweater?
Actually, I think it was my friend's sweater. I don't exactly remember exactly how it happened, bro, but, like, do not judge me. First of all, my fucking pants were full of blood. Second of all, I had just stained the thing and in this class, dude, there was no way of avoiding it. Like, how are you gonna hide the fact that you like stain the chair? Because you have no desks, so you can't like get up and put the chair under the desk. Like, you get up, the chair is noticeable. Yeah, it was super traumatic. I think that one was a lot more scary because I thought people were gonna actually see me with the fucking bloody chair, and maybe somebody did. I don't know. Hopefully they. I mean, if they did, I'm glad it didn't come up because
I would have cried.
Yeah, it was super embarrassing.
Dude, let me tell you, when you were talking about that, it reminded me of the day in middle school where, okay, we were doing a project, right? It was me and my 2 friends, and we were always messing around in the class, but we were the teacher's favorites, so she didn't really care about us. And she loved us, but we were messing around, and she let us sit next to each other because it was like a day, a day with no one, like, was doing anything, basically, right? Mm-hmm. And basically I was sitting there, and then we were watching a video at this point, right? And I felt it. I was like, and then I went like this, and my hand was red. And
that happened to you too,
I was like, I'm having a fucking heart attack. And then basically, the teacher wasn't letting us go to the restroom because we had to watch this video, and it was like an important video, right? It was an important video, right? And basically, there was like 15 minutes left of the class, right? And it was my 7th period. So I was just waiting there, like sitting in my own blood. I got up, but there was nothing on the chair. Thankful fucking Lee, bro. I would have cried.
Dude, it is so embarrassing, and I'm so glad. Oh, well, I didn't end up saying this, but basically now my period is not as like heavy anymore. But when it comes, it stays for like 10 days. This last time I got my period, 11 days. Start to finish. So how it'll happen...
Bro, what the fuck? You have like maybe 10 days in between your periods.
Yes. When it's normal, I guess you could say. So like, let's say for right now, like my period is doing like fucking 10 days. And I just got off of it like a couple of days ago. Yeah. It's bad.
You should really get that checked out, girl.
Yeah, I should.
Ew. Disgusting.
But yeah.
Girl, oh hell not. Thank you to all those girlies that have their periods for 10 days, because some of us girlies only have it for like 4.
The good thing about mine is that I don't really get bad cramps anymore. Before, oh my gosh, my cramps would kill me. My cramps would kill me, and now they're not. Like, I don't really have cramps that much anymore. I do have cramps like maybe 1 or 2 days. Mm-hmm. Bad. Maybe mostly one day. It's one day that's like super bad. Like, I just don't feel good. My body feels like ugh. But then the rest of the time I feel pretty normal. Well, the one thing that kills me is my knees. My
Dude,
knees
no,
kill
you know
me.
what kills me? My back, my lower back.
Well, yeah, that's where I get my cramps.
So
my
bad.
back.
And then I'm like, my knees always hurt. To be honest with you,
no, for me it's like an internal pain. Like, it's
like
weird.
growing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had never thought about it that way. Every time I try to explain
It's for me. It's like my knees and my shin right here.
Wait, do you get it for your period?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, nobody had. Dude, you know how many girls I've told about this, and then they look at me like, I don't get any pain, girl. What the fuck?
Yeah, no,
yes,
for
like
me, it's like a growing pain. I told you.
Oh my gosh, Nelly.
I'm a genius.
You are a genius.
Yeah. And I've always had really bad growing pains, like even before my period. Like, like I had bad growing pains, like my mom would tell you, and it would be the worst. And then when I got my period, I was like, what the fuck, am I still growing?
Yeah.
But you just told me about it, and I was like, oh, that probably is like what I have to.
Yeah, I always get it when I get my period.
It like hurts so bad because you're just in bed and you're like trying to stretch out, but like
I always tell Ricardo to massage my knees, and he'll be like, what the fuck? So he's out here massaging my knees when I have my period.
Really?
Yeah. But dude, I'm glad we actually like had a couple of things we talked about.
Do you guys get these types of pains, bro? Or like, I wonder what, maybe it's because like we're related, but do you think other people have like their families have like different types of period?
Comment down below you're weird, I guess.
Yeah,
like
something that not everyone relates to you.
Yeah.
Or if you get these type of like growing pains, I guess.
Yeah. And what you guys want us to talk about in our next
what you guys would want to hear.
That's today's girl chat podcast. I'm glad we finally got it done, Nelly.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got through it because I'm a little weenie.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Episode 4
finale.
We are going into episode 5 next week and
next
officially
month.
December next week.
Are y'all excited?
Like
what if we have a new decoration?
We are gonna have a new decoration.
We are?
For December.
Oh yeah.
December podcast. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's podcast, and we will see you guys in episode 5 for another banger podcast.
Bye.